Thanks tonight day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and KEYZIE.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon, the 24th of November, 2023. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And Mogey, as always, what are you wearing today? A long sleeve shirt, actually.
You don't notice me when I'm wearing sleeves.
And I sort of see it as compensation for your disgraceful singlet yesterday. But as always, my friend, looking hot as.
Thanks, babe. I actually have got a singlet on underneath. If you'd like me to remove this top at any point in the show, you just say the word, mate.
What I would like you to do is to remove the singlet underneath your shirt.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and then just put the shirt back on. That would be really, really good. How are you? Well, I mean, what's going on with you?
Not much, just doing this radio show on Hodaki.
Oh, is that what you've been up to?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Did you know that this radio station started, some guys took out a boat, man, into international waters, and they just started broadcasting sick tunes, sort of like Bohemian Rhapsody, November Rain.
That's a tune.
A little bit of Pretty Fly for a White Guy in that.
Green Day?
Put a Green Day on that, and it just went off. It's been going off ever since.
How long have you been doing that for, the radio?
Ooh, 2 years. It's flowing
you're
by.
joking.
I mean, look, a year of it was in COVID, so I don't really count that.
Sure.
But yeah, it has been quite a while now, but I feel like we're starting to find our feet. I mean, you've been going great. You've been going really good.
Thanks,
Most
man.
improved player, I'd say.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Pugs, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, good, man. Feeling good. It's Friday.
Of course, it's Pugs' last day today.
Yeah, it is.
KEYZIE's back on Monday.
Yes,
It's
he
exciting.
is.
It's exciting.
And, you know, you've done an absolutely outstanding job, Pugs.
No, I appreciate that.
Genuinely, my
Thank
friend.
you.
If you want to congratulate or send positive vibes Pugs' way, then do on 3483
Don't have to.
or via Talkback. And remember, as always, of course, because it's Friday, Shout Out Friday, Mogey.
The Hodaki Big Show
I've got a
podcast.
few shout-outs there, Pugs, on 3483.
Shout out to Lisa for always having a potty mouth on her and punching back darts on the daily. That's a good one there.
Yeah, I know, Lisa.
Oh, yeah?
Character, Mogey.
Oh, yeah.
And she loves her darts too. And I tell you what, she's one of those. You go outside with her for a dart, and she's got some great goss.
She
man.
just starts cracking up, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, lungs coming out.
yeah, just hacking a bit of lung out. I respect people like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's my upbringing.
Backbones.
Massive.
Another one here. Shout out Blake for running over the workshop broom. It's classic Blake.
Yeah, isn't
Blake,
it?
what a goose.
Yeah, he's such a goose.
Got some nice words here for me, actually, which is lovely.
Oh, we don't need to read that.
No?
No, all good.
Cool.
No, go on, Pugs.
No, it's just, I thought it was nice. It says,
you know what Mogey's
it
like.
says, so good listening to Pugs. His sultry voice really gets my nipples trembling. I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
I thought that was really kind.
Oh, now I wish you'd gone with Mogey, what Mogey said, actually.
One more shout out. Shout out Friday to Pennies and Bog, the backbone of Griffiths Drilling.
Good stuff, mate. Hey, just incidentally, everyone that texts in on 3483 or sends a talk back or gives us a call on 0800, of course, don't forget, goes in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher. So good. But right now it's time for...
The Big Poll.
And this is a big poll brought about by Mogey. And this is an issue that really gets him steaming, I can tell you.
It does.
And the big poll today is, thank you waves when driving, yes or no?
Yay or nay? For me, it's a yes in that you should, but I'm going to break down a couple of things for you. So I live on or close to a street where there's lots of little one-way areas.
Yes.
So they have these judder bars which only one car can fit through at a time, so there's a lot of waiting.
Waiting
there, no
run.
And so if somebody stops and waits, then I wave to them, okay, to say thank you. And then, but then there are people that don't wave when you wait. You look confused.
Yes.
What's the problem?
I'm onto it now.
Okay, good on you.
Yeah.
And so, but then I also understand that it's possible. Oftentimes, there'll be a reflection coming off people's windscreens Oh, that's not... Oh, yeah, where they don't know that you're waving, and they think, I'll wait for him to wave, but they can't see into the car. So I can understand that could happen. Also, you might run into a car coming past you, and it's just the first time that they've forgotten in 25 years. So that's a possibility as well, and we're all going to forget at some point. But generally, I think you should just wave. You should always wave for that. And then in the last couple of days, I've had 2 occasions which are not car-related, where I have gone round a corner and somebody has not seen me coming and just as a pedestrian, and they've just walked across the road, making me have to stop the car so I don't kill them.
Yes.
They go, sort of freak out a little bit, and then just turn straight ahead and just walk and don't go, sorry, that was my mistake, I didn't see you, thanks for not killing me. They just sort of are like, yeah. And that makes me want to run them over.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's
yes,
like,
I do.
You have had a shocker there. That deserves a wave. You're not waving. I kill you.
Yes. And it sends the signal from them like, I don't give a
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna wait.
And that's unacceptable. Here's a question for you fellas, studying the road code at the moment. Who gives way coming down a road, like it's a one-way scenario? Who gives way, the car coming down or the car coming
down,
up?
You always give way to the car coming up the hill because they, in the old days, had to use a handbrake and it was a manual car. Jeez, you're learning stuff all the time, aren't you, Horty J?
I so am. Now, just on this, what really gets deep inside my goat is the whole letting a car in.
Oh, yeah.
Letting a car into the lane.
Thank you.
And getting no acknowledgement at all. That really does my head in.
In that case, you're allowed to crash into them.
Yeah, I think so.
And reverse and crash into them again and reverse and crash into them again.
Yes.
And their insurance has to pay.
Yes.
Just to that, what gets inside my goat quite deeply...
Do you have a goat?
Yeah, at home.
Oh, okay.
Is when a car just has the wave, doesn't even look to see if you're stopping to let them in, and just the wave is an automatic. It's like a free pass.
You know what really gets deep inside my goat?
What's that?
Is when I'm in by Sky City there. Bloody Uber drivers. They don't even wait for you to stop. They just jump in there.
Yeah.
And don't wave.
Oh.
But have your say, New Zealand, on 3483.
And also, what I'd like to hear from, because there's people listening to the show who are not waivers. There just has to be, by sheer weight of numbers. There's got to be people out there that don't consider a wave necessary at all. So I'd like to hear some talkbacks on the talkback function on your iHeartRadio. There's a little microphone there. You can record us a little memo and send it in, and we can play your excuses on the air.
With your name.
With your name,
and
please,
where
and where
you're
you're
from.
from. Thank you very
good
much.
stuff, mate. In the meantime, let's get back to the tune. It is Friday after all. Keep those shout-outs coming on 34832.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
That reminds me, I got the throbber today.
Yeah. Metallica?
Old Metallica Mogey's back, baby.
Can't wait, man. It's going to be great.
Actually, just on the throbber there, Mogey, Pugs did say to me, because he's massively let down the team, that I'm going to absolutely hate his throbber today.
Oh, I did say that.
So I'm thinking it's going to be ultra yummy, boys.
Super yummy, boy. I reckon yours is going to be out of this world today, man.
Yeah.
I've got a real good feeling about you today.
Hey, now we're going to the big poll today was thank you waves when driving, yes or no. We got a couple of texts on that, pugnacious.
Oh mate, those pedestrians you stop for at a crossing but they forget to do the little cheers, mate, wave, they deserve to be run off their socks the next time.
I'd agree with that.
Yep.
It's a good text on 3483.
Kia kaha.
Got a couple of talkbacks as well.
I just want to say to everyone who doesn't wave when you let them in, it's just not acceptable. There's no good excuse, and you should really have a long, hard look at yourself and think about what you're doing.
Wow.
I'd agree with all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is no excuse. There's no excuse.
And there was another one too, actually, where someone was discussing the old hazard lights. You know, flicking
right.
those. And I was amazed to hear, Mogey, that you've never done that or heard of it.
She came on, and the reason why we're not playing it is because she recorded half of the message. But, yeah, she was saying that if she goes out and she hasn't had a chance to wave or she doesn't feel that the person has waved, then when she's in the lane for whatever reason, she will then flash her hazard lights a couple of times to let the person know, cheers, mate, which I have never heard of before. That's new to me.
Are you serious?
I am very serious, yes. Yep.
This is like a 2 to 3 wipe scenario.
It's not.
It's so far away from that.
Not that at all.
I see that 5 times a day.
Yeah, I do as well.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
You see that 5 times a day?
Like driving home.
5 times a day you see that.
Wow.
Is that about your 2 or 3 wipes? Yeah.
That's quite unbelievable, though. Have we got another?
We got a caller.
Oh, we do. Bryce, you mad bastard. How's life?
Life is pretty good, me old mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Bryce.
What do you reckon?
Mate? What do you reckon?
It is my biggest piss off.
Yeah.
It's just the crossings, one-way bridges, single-lane roads. Even if you're stuck behind the truck and they let you pass, a common courtesy. It's the least you can do is wave.
It's part of
my biggest wind-up.
It's part of being involved in a society, isn't it? A civilization.
Indeed.
That's it. And the flow-on effect. You know, let someone in, they wave, thank you. Ah, cool. You know, you're happy.
Exactly.
Good on you, Bryce.
As opposed to being in a massive fury for the rest of the day.
Oh, it's a huge wind-up.
Good on you, Bryce. You stay on the line, mate. We might send a voucher your way, my friend. I tell you what else gets just on while we're on the topic, and I've mentioned it many times, going into car parks and people suddenly driving at 3 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
It just does my head in.
Yeah.
Like where I go to Sky City, it's a massive car park. And unless you're a massive brain, you can go faster than 5 kilometres an hour. It does my head in.
Do you think that's because they're looking for car parks and maybe they don't just want to swing into one?
Well,
but
there's heaps of room and you can see from a distance. So
Pugs, what you don't know, man, is this is Hoity J's world and you're just living in it. All right, so get out of the goddamn way.
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
That's so valid, man. I'll just go F myself. That's cool.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
There you go, nice.
There you go, that's better. On the Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon, the time is exactly 4:38. I believe we've got a talk back there.
G'day, mate. Yeah. It's Wilson here from sunny Dunedin. We knew fellas going to come down to Dunedin and have a live show. That would be bloody good. Thanks, mate.
Wilson, funnily enough, my friend, the last day and a half, Mogey, we've had some very extensive conversations about our need to get down to Dunedin, dead set keen, and I can tell you with hand on heart it's going to happen probably early next year sometime there, Mogey.
Yeah, looking at the first quarter, I reckon. Should be a bloody ripper.
Because I've been down there a couple of times to do shows and it goes off.
Yeah, boy.
Really goes off.
Hey, I just wanted to have a yarn to you, give you guys a bit of an update. Can you play our skin tag sting there, Pugs?
Oh,
for God's sake.
Hey, Brock, producer Brock, do we have a skin tag?
So, you know I had my skin tag.
Oh, yeah.
You can see that video up on everybody's favourite Instagram page, the Hodaki Big Show, where Jase helped me remove it with a dry ice pack. And so what you do, you get this dry ice pen. And anyway, what's happened is, I don't know how long it is, but when you're doing it, it looks longer than it really is. Do you know what I mean? It's about, I don't know, 6 or 7 mils long, something like that.
Essentially, can you imagine an aroused nipple?
Oh,
no.
It's a bit smaller. How small are your nipples?
It's skinnier than that.
Yeah, it's not as fat as an aroused nipple.
And nipples vary greatly.
Yeah, they do. Wow, look at KEYZIE.
The KEYZIEs, yeah.
Yeah, the burnt meat patties.
And so anyway, we did that burning session here, Jase. We got that up. And what's happened is over time, it's fallen off. The skin tag's fallen off.
Great.
But only halfway up the bastard. Oh. So what I've got is half of it left.
So you've got a flappy skin tag.
I've got, half of the same thing. And the tip of it is now, it's quite sore and weepy.
Oh.
Because it's in an area where it's constantly getting rubbed. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what started it in the first place.
Sure.
So anyway, I had a message from a fella there on the old DMs. Instagram, and he reckons, and I've done this before actually. You get some dental floss, you get somebody to lasso the bastard, bring it down, and you get the dental floss around the base of it, and you give it a good tight nudge, and eventually it'll fall off.
Sorry, do you decapitate it or do you yank it?
No, you just pull it tight and you leave it hanging off.
Okay, I got
and eventually it'll die and it'll fall off. And I was thinking it'll be great to get you to take the rest of it off. But then I thought, after I forgot to bring in the dental floss today, it'll be a lovely way to welcome KEYZIE back on Monday.
Yes.
Because it would be a shame if he didn't get to get involved in it.
Totally.
And you get hogging all the skin tag action.
Yeah, that's true, mate. It's the same theory with the dental floss there, with the old rubber ring on the bullous.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? It's just
castration.
A slow strangulation. Because I thought, you know how you used to, when you were a kid, you'd tie your loose tooth with a little thread and then around the door handle and you'd slam the door sort of thing. Yeah. I was thinking that theory, and I was having horrific images of flaps of Mogey's skin being ripped off.
I actually did that to my little brother. He had that. You know, the old sore tooth there.
Yes.
The toothache. And that was always we did, you know. You bit of dental floss there, tie it around the bastard, tie it to a door handle, slam the door. And we did it with him. It can't have been ready to come out because his whole head came off.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Hot heat.
Hot.
This Friday afternoon. Good stuff.
That's right. Hey, got some text coming in here about the old skin tags there. It's good having the radio show because there's a lot of people out there with advice.
Sure.
Valuable advice.
Yes, indeed.
With skin tags, I usually attack them with nail clippers.
Oh.
Would you not do that?
Nah.
Even the size of my one, which is not that big, it's skinny.
No, there's something about that really makes my nuss clench.
Sure. This one here. Hey, guys, what I always do is grab a bit of 180 grit sandpaper.
Oh, yeah.
For skin tags.
You see, I mean, whilst I can see the theory behind the nail clippers, in the sense that it'll be quick and sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just, oh, God. In truth, actually, I've got a very smooth body. And so... I don't have any skin. You know, I know I've made some jokes in the past about having skin tags, Mogey, but I don't actually have any.
Yeah.
I as smooth as a baby's ass.
Yeah, cool.
Marble-like.
I like a baby's ass covered in poos.
And...
Shame, Jase.
Anywho.
Do you want to do Durry chats too?
We'll do that later.
This last one here says, I light my skin tags like the wick on a birthday candle.
Do you do that thing like I that I like to do? Do you flick them and play with them?
Yeah.
You know when you get like an ulcer in your mouth and stuff? I can chew on those bastards for hours.
Yeah,
There's something about that.
Yeah, it gives you a certain amount of joy. I'm with you.
Do you get that with your skin tags? You're flicking them and squeezing them?
Well, this one's in my pit.
Right.
So it's hard to get a good chew on it, but I can certainly tongue them.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Extra bonus now with the Friday Throbber, don't we, fellas? In previous weeks, you could nominate a mate who you want to do a bit of a shout out for, and they got $200 thanks to Super Liquor. That's been extended this week, and not only does the person that you nominate get $200, but you yourself, the nominee, get $200.
Well, now we're talking.
That's so good, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What about if I nominate someone and instead of them getting $200, I get $400? Can we do that?
Nah.
No.
And can I just quietly...
$350?
Can I just quietly put it out there before we get into the trouble?
No.
Behind the scenes, there has been some controversy. And what I mean by that is... Mogey is absolutely convinced my Throbber's going to win today, and there is something going on because I can just tell there is something about my throbber that he's either got wind of what it is and it's been played before. Something like that. Something is amiss. So we'll find out after 5 o'clock, I imagine.
Jase,
Yes, Pugs.
I just have full confidence in you, man.
Yeah, well, you see, that's why
That's worrying for all of us.
That's massively worrying.
Also, don't forget, if you miss out on the nominate of $400 today with Super Liquor, you can actually enter anytime Super Liquor's comp by texting cheers to 3483.
So good.
Yeah, good stuff. So stick around. The Throbber up next.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It's the Hodaki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Good stuff, that.
Yeah, boy.
That is a
That's a tune.
My wife just
My wife.
just texted me and said, I'd vote for your Throbber.
Oh, that's nice,
That's
man.
really nice, man.
There you go.
Yeah,
It
thanks,
doesn't count,
man.
though, does it?
Nah.
This is Pugsies.
Yeah, Pugsy started us over. There we go.
Beautiful.
That is a tune.
Hoodie Joe, you mad bastard.
Yeah, baby. Turn it up, Pugs. Bit of Marvin for you.
It is
Yeah.
nice.
Good Friday vibes.
Well, do you want me to keep playing it for a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because it's probably not going to win, so I just want to hear a bit of it. Great voice, eh?
Beautiful.
Thanks, mate. Cool. And I played Metallica.
Here we go.
Bam, bam, bam. Beautiful. All right, let's go to the phones.
All right,
I
fellas.
just want to say about your... No, I'm just kidding.
Tizzy, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, not too bloody bad, mate.
Oh, okay. I know where this is going already. What are you going for, Tizza?
Oh, mate, you've got it all day, Hoity.
Oh!
Oh, good.
Good on you, Tizzy, you mad bastard.
Judging the audience, Jase, you should be ashamed
Good
of
on you,
yourself
mate.
for that.
Oh, I thought he was going to go Pugs, actually. Good on you, Tizza. Alan, you mad bastard. How's life?
Oh, kia ora, lads. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, thanks,
Good,
man.
thank
Good. What are you going for, Alan?
I tell you, it's not going to be Metallica.
Good on you, mate.
I'm going to go for Pugs, think.
Yeah, boy. Good. Cheers, Ellen, your backbone. Also, everybody stay on the line.
Yeah, all of you people that have voted so far, stay on the line, by the way. Good reminder there. Jono, you mad bastard. How's life?
G'day, folks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks,
grouse,
mate. Good.
Grouse.
Jono, what are you running with there, mate?
Mate, Hoity J, you deserve it, mate.
Hey!
See, I told you you'd win it, mate, didn't I?
You did.
That's why I was
There you
worried.
go.
That's why I was
How
worried.
did you know?
Okay, fellas, who's going to win the cash here?
Oh, this doesn't matter to me, but it should be somebody that voted for you.
Yeah,
He'll do, the last fella.
Jono. Jono, you mad bastard. $200 for you and $200 for someone you nominate. Who are you going to nominate?
Well, it's going to be my wife, because that's our sexy song.
I like it.
All right,
Stay on the line, Jono.
Stay on the line, buddy.
Good on
Let's
you,
get
mate.
it on.
Let's get it on.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
I was actually thinking of going a bit of Barry White.
Oh, well, yeah. We're going to get a whole... You should make a documentary about that one, man.
Barry White.
About the victory you've had today.
Yeah, well, they're few and far between.
We're getting the look behind the curtain about what he was going to pick.
Hey,
yeah.
but on the positive front,
Yes.
I've achieved my goal of double figures, I believe.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
mate.
you've hit 10,
Thanks,
man.
mate.
So
Congratulations.
that puts Mogey on 14, followed by KEYZIE on 12, Jase on 10, and then Pugs on 3.5.
How did you go in the last 4 weeks, Pugs?
What's that?
How'd you go?
Didn't win one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too, Mogey, is that KEYZIE was desperate for Pugs to really, because he had 3 out of 4 wins in terms of competitions. He was desperate for Pugs to pull a couple of victories out while KEYZIE was away.
he
sure.
was.
Just
He
to
was.
keep you at bay a little
Yeah,
bit.
or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
you would have been good. But
Yes.
I think I won 3 out of 4, so
You
I'll
did,
take that.
you did.
No,
I'll
you
take
won
that.
2 out of 4.
Oh, did I? What was
Yes.
your one?
I won one. You won the last 2, and I won the first one when he was away.
What did you win with?
I have to go and look.
Yeah, because when he left, I was one behind him. But all goods anyway, so it makes it for a very exciting race when we move into the last 3 weeks of the year with old KEYZIE. Hey? Bloody exciting.
Yeah.
Hey?
Can I still... I thought you were 13, actually, but anyway.
Jesus.
But anyway. Great stuff. What are we going into there? Oh, Talking Heads.
Oh.
Nice. My wife went to see their
This
film
is a
the other
good
day.
tune, actually. Oh, really? Was it good?
Yeah, amazing, apparently. What's it called? Let's Dance.
Don't turn
Stop
off.
Oh,
making sense.
stop making sense.
Yeah.
Let's get into it then, shall we?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Team for a durry, mate.
Yeah.
You guys look so cool.
Durry chat with Jason Mike.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming up to your challenging... How long have you got now before you get back on the old winesies?
Thursday. Next Thursday.
And that's your big concern.
When I start drinking again.
Yes.
It is a bit of a concern. But what I've done is I've gone out and got that Alan Carr book, How to Stop Smoking.
Yes.
And he's a bit of a wounder. He bangs on a bit. But I think I'm getting into the meat of it now. But I do find him a little bit annoying. I sort of can manage to... And I'm a fairly voracious... I have a voracious appetite as a reader. I plough through things.
Yes.
But I am finding it quite tough to get through this because it's all about smoking.
Sure.
And it just goes on and on. And there's no plot whatsoever.
It feels like to me that would be really triggering for me.
Well, he says smoke to your heart's content while you read the book.
Right.
But it didn't seem right to start again.
Actually, I might read it then.
Yeah, you should.
You know what I mean? I'll just start up while I'm reading the book and then I'll give up at the end of it.
Yeah. But I guess... and actually, on that note, I had a message from I'll call him Mr. Lunn. Hey, mate, just thought I'd flick you a quick message to say thanks. I bought Alan Carr's book a while ago, but struggled to get into it because the first few chapters are just him self-sourcing. So I put it away and carried on with the old darts. But hearing you talk about the book on the Outro podcast motivated me to pick it back up again. I know it probably just seems like another conversation with the Big Show lads, but it's helped me to realise that I can and probably should quit. Anyway, cheers and hope your smoke-free journey is going well.
Oh, good on you, mate.
So that's nice. So given I am back on the booze, and this is when I qualify for the booze, not necessarily have to start smashing booze.
Sure.
As next Thursday, I've got to try and finish this book before then.
Yes.
Because apparently as soon as you finish the last page,
that's it.
You're good to go.
Yeah,
to quit. So that'll be good. I guess the thing that needs to happen in this book is it needs to remove my love of smoking.
Yeah.
You know, when you're having a few... you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, totally,
And so if it can remove that for me, which I just think is going to be a miraculous achievement if it does.
The truth of the matter is it's a perfect marriage.
It is.
You know what I mean? A durry and a cold beer, you know. I mean, it's just... And as I say, you know, when I walk to the car park every day, I see all the smokers outside the Empire Bar there having a cool pint in the sun, having a durry, and I'm like, you bastards.
And that's the thing. I only want the good ones. I don't want the bad ones, which is 98% of it.
Sure, and to be fair, I've had my fair share.
Oh,
and that's how I say it in my head now. I say, actually, I've had my fair share now.
Yeah, I don't know if I have, because you smoked a lot more than me, so I feel like I should have my fair share.
Right, yeah.
So once I've had my fair share, no, I'm going to give it a bloody good bash. It's just a not having one, isn't it? If you don't have one, you're good.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And as we've mentioned before too, what I find really helpful is I know how crazy my brain is. And if I can just distract, what do they say, delay and distract yourself for 5 minutes, I'll be thinking of something else.
Yeah.
And then in 5 minutes' time, I'll be thinking of the durries again. But, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, well, good on you, mate.
Hey, well, so far, what have we done? About a month? Is that right?
Month or 8 days or something.
Yeah, pretty good.
Proud of you guys.
Bloody good, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
And just a big shout out to my daughter Scarlett. It's her birthday today, fellas.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah. She's a legend. Actually, it was pretty full on. We video messaged her this morning. My wife and I.
Yeah, and I.
My wife.
And I.
Oh, yeah,
and
cool.
I.
That's awesome. You and your wife did
it.
Yeah,
yeah, on a family chat there, and you know, how are you going, yada? Because she's over in Australia, working over there, and that she was like, oh, great, and she got the day off. You know, in Australia, if it's your birthday, they give you the day off. Apparently,
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Anyway, she was making breakfast and we were chatting about what she was doing. And I said, what are you having for breakfast? And she said, crumpets. You know the old crumpets?
I love crumpets.
You know the circle ones with all the holes in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she did some, I mean, she's an amazing girl, but that was massively disappointing to me. She was putting Marmite on a crumpet.
Right.
Absolute sacrilege, a disgrace, an embarrassment to everyone involved. There's only 2 acceptable toppings for a crumpet, golden syrup or honey.
Yeah.
And there is no other. You do not ever go savoury on a crumpet. I was embarrassed for everyone involved.
I agree with all of that, really.
Thanks,
golden syrup's a weird thing, isn't it? Because it only really exists for crumpets.
For crumpets, yeah.
That's it. Other than that, it sits up the top or in your pantry.
Yes.
Sits up high in a pool of its own mess.
Yeah, and it's always sticky.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
A pool of its own mess.
Yes.
You know, it's just, and when you take it off, it's stuck to the shelf there, and it's an abomination,
yes.
and it should be discontinued.
I went through a little period of putting just a little dash of golden syrup in my iced coffee.
Oh, nice.
Instead of sugar.
Oh, yeah.
It was quite good.
For the longest time, I thought golden syrup was an alternative to maple syrup, which it's not. I put peanut butter on my crumpets.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
You're welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. Hey, and it's summertime, of course. Why don't you go into your old Night and Day and get yourself a nice milkshake?
Oh, no, thanks. I only like thick shakes.
Oh, or you can do that as well.
Have they got thick shakes?
They've got also super thick shakes.
Super.
Holy helmet.
Yeah. Nothing like a milkshake on a hot summer's day, eh, boys?
Or a thick shake.
Or a super thick shake.
Oh, not so much.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Now, listen, the podcast outro. Today we were talking about not really listening to our wives.
Oh, yeah.
So I basically won't see you this weekend. Is that essentially what you're saying? And she said, well, I did tell you all this stuff.
But also, you're free to join her.
Not for the kids' party.
Which is a plus.
Yes. And the 50th was an old workmate who I have no idea who they are.
Nevertheless, you could go.
Yeah.
I could.
And spend time with your wife.
Sure.
But why would I?
But you can't say to her, oh, I'm not going to see you all weekend, but you're free to go with her.
I didn't. What I said was, oh, so you're pretty booked up then.
Oh, okay. I was going off what you said.
Right.
You did say.
Which was, I won't see you all weekend.
Yes, the classic scenario of my wife telling me things that were happening and I'm not paying any attention because it was too far out from the actual date, and then the date comes and I go, oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we had a good discussion about that, and the idea that there's a certain amount of time that you can mention an event, and if it sits outside of that time, for me it's about 4 weeks, then I just flush that information. It's not relevant to my life.
Yeah, and I'm like that with everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Everything people say to me, you know, and they'll go, oh, it'll be February next year. So people talking to me about February next year, I'm like,
Forget
yeah,
it.
sweet, oh, whatever. Okay, sounds good. And then February comes around and I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to Larimar?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into it, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? God, life is so hard, man.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Big Pole. Ba, 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 ba. Great.
The big poll today was a thank you waves when driving, yes or no? Because this was something that was really getting deep inside Mogey's goat.
Well, I just had a couple of, it's always happening with the driving around my area because we've got a couple of little one-way spots there, and you take it as read that you're given a wave, but a lot of times people don't. And then I had a couple of pedestrians that I kindly didn't run over. And you think you can get a wave out of those mongrels?
No.
Dreaming.
I know
that made me, And in fact, actually, I remember I called out the window, I said, wave, which is a pretty passive-aggressive delivery. You like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
But just to make them think, and I don't know what it is, I think what it possibly is they've got a big fright because they've nearly died.
Yes.
And then they feel embarrassed. And then they just keep walking. I think that's what it is.
Yes. But it is also the scenario that I was talking about where you let people into a lane or whatever and stop so that they can get in and they don't acknowledge it. They just go, thanks very much.
And you're allowed to get out and puncture their tyres.
Yeah,
man.
I reckon.
And everybody gets out of their car and you roll the car onto its roof.
And the area of where you're talking about, Neil, sort of where you live, I know the exact spot, and she is quite a complicated little process around that little sort of lane there.
Well, it's just... What happens is the road, it goes from 2 lanes, and then where there's the judder bars, they've also got a garden on each side, which means there's only room for one car to go over.
Indeed.
So you've got to be really assertive. I am. But if it's clear you've got to let somebody in, get out of the way. But another thing that is annoying is you stop, a car's coming, you can see it, there's another, you just go, okay, that one can come, and then they stop. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, good
That's
times.
good eating.
I
reckon 86%.
86.
Yeah.
I'll go 80.
Okay. Thank you, Waves, when driving. Yes. 93%.
Oh!
93%.
Do you know I had 90% before?
You did, yes.
I changed it. I changed it because he said 14%.
Who are the 7% saying no?
What?
Yeah, who are the 7%? But that's pretty good. I like that result. That's the strongest result we've had.
Yes, and also those people just are oblivious to everything, I think.
What that means is that 93% of our audience or the respondents on this poll are backbones.
Yes.
Because it's certainly not 93% of the people in the world wave.
No. Agreed.
Douche.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Yeah. Bit of a roughie to finish off the month. It's got KEYZIE coming back on Monday.
You were so good there for a while, Pugs, and now that's going to leave a bitter taste in your mouth that you screwed that.
In my mouth, I don't care. Maybe yours?
I think Pugs is over it. I watched more than half, of The King. Finally started watching it. What's with all these hairs?
They have wigs on this morning on Matt and
Yes,
Jerry.
I had the same on my mic.
Yeah, it's the wigs.
Yes.
It's The King. It's directed by David Michaud, who directed Animal Kingdom. Great movie. Aussie guy.
Yes.
And also did The Rover. And I think he's done another one recently. But it's got, it's sort of an oldie times one. It's about Henry V, I think. It's got your Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong.
Yes.
It's got your Ben Mendelsohn, whom I love, and he's in it for too brief a period.
Oh, I love him big time.
He's got my co-star Joel Edgerton.
Yes.
It's got Thomasin McKenzie. Thomasin, that's not right.
No. Yes, it is.
Thomasin's the younger one.
Oh.
I'm not happy with that. What's her name?
But anyway.
No, I need to know her name.
okay.
Can you look it up for me, please, man? And a Wellington actor, the daughter of Miranda Harcourt and Stuart McKenzie. And who else is in it? Some good actors, man. Some really good actors.
Yes.
Gee whiz, what a miserable bloody... It's a reluctant...
Davida?
Nah, it's Thomasin.
It is Thomasin? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's Thomasin.
Robert Pattinson too, huh?
Robert Pattinson, yeah. I've just had a fun scene with him, which was good, in terms of me watching it.
Right.
But it's just pretty much everyone's miserable the whole time.
Yes.
There's no ups and downs and, now we're doing this. It's everyone's miserable.
Yes.
And continues to be miserable no matter what happens. So I'll finish that off tonight.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It's just like, if there's no ups and downs, then what am I watching here?
Exactly.
I think if I lived in that time period, I would be miserable.
But I did like the way that they cast it younger, because people only lived till they were 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was the king when he was 20.
If they were lucky.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if they were unlucky, I'd rather die.
What did you watch, Pugs?
I have started the season 2 of Fleabag.
Nice.
On
Yeah,
Prime
nice.
Video.
Yeah,
it is some of
good
the
work,
best
man.
TV I've
Good
ever
job,
seen.
man. That's the way you
Thanks,
do it, man.
Absolutely epic. It got
is-
really
it is-
dark.
It is really
It's quite
good,
dark.
Fleabag. Yeah.
But it's just hilarious. So
stuff.
clever. Anyway, that's
Yourself, Jase?
Strokahontas.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
What is it? Tattoo and Art Festival this weekend, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
And by that I mean tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah.
And you were saying, Pugs, because you're covered in tats, you love your tats. You're
Covered's a
inked
strong word.
You are inked to the eyeballs. You'd be very keen to get along. Are you going to do it or what?
I don't think I am going to do it, Jace, because I didn't get tickets.
well,
it's not too late.
It's not too late.
You can get them now from Ticketek if you do want to go.
Yes.
But no, I have plans this weekend that mean I cannot go to New Plymouth.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where it is.
And it's also a whole bunch of art as well. So you can, because it's Tattoo and Art Festival, isn't it?
Yes.
So you can get along. They've got, all some beautiful still lifes, some nudes. We'll be down there, Jase, with our display of nudes.
Oh, you guys got a stall there?
A lot of life drawing stuff. So that'll be good. It is. We went to a life drawing class, didn't we? And we actually got thrown out of it because the life model was a fan of the show.
Oh, no.
And he kept on getting a full mongrel.
Yeah.
When he saw us. And that was the case every time we went to one of these life drawing classes. So in the end, we had to do it where it was just Jase and I. So I'd draw him and he'd draw me.
Yeah. You'd still get full mongrels.
You seen that scene
obviously.
in the Titanic?
Draw me like one of your French girls.
Yeah. It was kind of like that with me and Mogey.
Yeah.
That sounds hot.
It's one of the most erotic sort of things in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's something that I refer back to in my quiet time.
Yes.
You sort of...
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you think to yourself, you're depressed about your life, and you think, actually, I have had some amazing times.
Yeah. And that was one of them.
Oh, fully. Fully.
Followed by lovemaking in the car like in Titanic?
No, on the car.
Oh, on the car. Okay, cool. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a hell of a time, and so we'll be displaying some of that. So please come along. Top dollar, of course.
Yes.
But that's what it costs you for the good stuff.
Yeah, and I tell you what, just on that front, in terms of Mogey life drawing me, Pugs.
Yeah.
I think the people will see that all my chat re certain things about my body prove to be very accurate indeed.
Side boob.
Pardon?
Huh?
What?
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Friday show done. And indeed, the big show for this week. Mogey, your hopes and dreams for the weekend, mate.
Tomorrow I head off to Rotorua for the Rotorua International Film Festival.
Yes.
Produced a short film called Honey Kaha, directed by Tawarangi Ratana, and that's going to be having its world premiere there. And the missus will turn up, and my daughter said that she wants an ice cream. So we'll get in a fight about that.
Yes.
She'll win. And
are you going to drive there?
Nah.
Oh, you're going to fly there?
Yeah.
Can you fly into Rotorua?
I can.
It's my hometown.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep, you can.
Wow.
It's a short flight.
Yes.
But the problem I've got is I need to be there early, and if I take the kid, which would just be me and her in the car, sure, it's about a 4-hour drive, I think. 3.5, 4.
Yeah.
But it's the stops.
Sure.
There'll be a lot of stops involved, so yeah.
Pugs, as previously mentioned, mate, you've done a sterling job filling in for old KEYZIE. We greatly appreciate your work, mate. You've been a champion as always.
I really appreciate that.
You've done a great job.
Bloody epic. I'm looking forward to KEYZIE getting back. I think it'll be nice to get back in studio, be there. Also, massive thanks to producer Brooke.
Yes, indeed.
Who's been filling in on my job.
Yeah, she's been doing a great job. Good on you, Brooke, your massive backbone. Great stuff, mate. I don't think she's got the mic on there. So
she doesn't.
She doesn't
she
know
can't hear
why
anything. That's so
we're
cool.
clapping
She'll
for
hear
her.
that when she's cutting up the podcast till midnight tonight.
Yeah,
yes.
Nice.
What's your plan for the weekend, Pugs?
Big chillin', hopefully. But I've got my girlfriend's little brother's coming to stay with us on the weekend, which will be cool to hang out with him. And then we've got a gig on Sunday, Mogey.
Yep, that's right.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
Good
stuff. Hey, listen, it's been a pleasure having your company this Friday afternoon and indeed during the week. KEYZIE back on Monday. You have a great weekend out there. Make sure you check out our podcast. Make sure you check out our Instagram account. Till Monday, see you later.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio.